Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So today is your life spread reading for between August and December 2016. Now, I'm sorry if these are a bit late, but they take ages to record, and I have a lot of personal readings to do as well, so I have to try and block out certain times to do these readings. And you're up early this time, Sagittarius. Yeah, so I've done all the fire signs and now all the water signs. I've just got to do air and earth next, which will be done on Friday if you are air or earth rising or moon and you want to have a look at that. But anyway, let me tell you how we do a life spread. Well, you've got 5 areas that you concentrate on, and the 5 areas are your personal life, your home life, your career, your love life, and your future. And this is your advice card here. Now, as you can see, the 5 areas are in groups of 4 cards. At the top of the reading, these are called your key cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 cards at the top of the groups of 4 are called key cards. And the key cards basically are energies that you'll either be experiencing now or you're going to be experiencing it in the future. Okay? The 3 cards can either be a past, present, future situation. It can be a present, future situation, or future situation, because with the life spread you can never go back. You can only ever move forward. It's a natural progression. So I could even read this as key cards, just future. So just join cards up. You know, if I feel that I'm stuck on something here, then I'll read it in terms of a message I feel the universe is trying to give to you, and maybe you'll be able to, if this resonates with some of you guys, you'll be able to tap into it that way. Now, to the right, you've got the anchor cards, and the anchors are made all of trumps, so major cards. The anchor cards are basically the cards that denote how a situation will turn out overall, so where a situation is heading. So even if we see something quite negative in one of the areas of your life, if it's got a good major, then it says that things will turn out for the best. So you've got a really happy outcome, even if you're experiencing something that doesn't look so good at the time. We start off with card 1 in the anchor. This is the foundation basis of where some of you guys might be at the moment. Card 2 refers to career, so this will be the outcome in terms of your career, which is the Queen of the Ocean. I'm using the Ocean Tarot deck for your anchor card. I just liked the look of the cards, quite nice. But this is the Empress in the normal tarot, in the Rider-Waite. The Sun represents your love life. I hope you guys can see all of these. The Judgment card, self-reflection, represents your home life. It's also the central theme card, so it shows how you might feel about all areas of your life. The Star represents the future, the overall outcome of the future cards here. The 6th card is basically representative of how you hope everything's going to go. So this is where you wish everything would possibly go in terms of your life spread, and your overall outcome is strength, stability, and this is the overall outcome for everything. Okay, so this is where everything is heading for you. So we're going to start off with your these readings have been ending up in an hour, and I'm really going to try and get you guys down to 30 minutes if I can. I know a lot of people don't like to stick around for readings or them to be too long, but I can't help it because I've just got too much to say, and it's difficult to just, cut things off real quick. But anyway, your foundation basis right now is the World, and the World card we can explain in numerous ways. In one way, when we look at the World, it's a card about, the major arcana starts with the Fool's journey, doesn't it? So 0, fool, baby, doesn't know much. He's just going off on his, little journey, and he's going to see what he can find out there in the world. He's not afraid. He's quite excited. He's not even skeptical. The skeptical bit of the Fool is with the dog in the background of the card. That's the skepticism. That's the nagging doubts. That's the fear at the back of his head saying, don't go, because you don't know what's out there. But the Fool is a fearless character, and in a way the Fool shows real strength of purpose, and it is strength over adversity and strength over fear, and the strength to just take a risk and not to look at the negative side of life, but really to look forward and to look at things as being positive, and that maybe things can work out. However, the Fool goes along this journey and he encounters so much, so much. You know, he encounters the High Priestess, the Magician, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Chariot, the Lovers, you know, all of these characters that lead up to the world. And he's learnt something by that point. And by that point, he has really turned a corner in terms of how he feels about his experiences. So then, after the world, we start again with the Fool. And he's off on another journey to see what he can find. So it's a never-ending journey, really, for the Fool. With the World card showing here, in terms of the foundation of your life right now, some of you guys might be travelling the world, or you might even be considering it. Some of you guys might be wrapping up a certain cycle, a certain part in your life. You might be wrapping up on that. You might be coming to a point where there is a great change that is needed. And we can see that really with your wishes being death, transformation. For a lot of you guys, you might be looking to close the book, close the door, complete cleansing of what has gone before within your life in a lot of areas. Probably not to repeat the same mistakes as well. But I'm seeing closure and I'm seeing endings a lot of the way through this life spread reading for some of you Sagittarius people, some moon and rising signs. So the foundation of your life right now is the Fool. Sorry, is the World. So some of you guys might literally feel that you've got the world on your shoulders. It's classed as regeneration here because it's the renewal card. It's card number, 21, 22 within the tarot, before we start on the Fool's journey again. So it's a cyclical card. It's a card that says there are endings and new beginnings. But usually with the World card, you've achieved everything that you possibly can, and now you're looking for a new challenge, a new journey, a new a new way to move forward, because you have learnt so much and you've accomplished so much that, you know, they say that the sky is the limit, and it is, but with the World card it does sort of have a cap in a way, but then it doesn't, because we start back at being the Fool again. So it really says that we never stop learning and we never stop living life until our final breath. So I do feel for you guys right now, I feel that there is a sense of needing to explore new depths and new life and new concepts and new ideas within your life, because you've learned so much and you've probably applied that to many areas of your life. And it's interesting because and it's also saying that right now some of you guys might be enjoying great achievement and great success as well, because the World card is a card that you get when you say, you know, I've achieved a lot of stuff. So it can be receiving awards, or it can be receiving exactly what it is that you've wanted for a very, very long time. Trophies, payouts, changes, home moves, new careers, whatever it is. It says that there is a time of regeneration for you guys, and I feel that a lot of you Sagittarians might be experiencing that or wanting the experience of that at the moment. And we start off with the with your personal situation at the moment, and it starts, funnily enough, with the Fool. So this is an influence that you might be experiencing now, or that's coming into your future. And what the Fool says is, I'm ready for a new beginning. I'm ready to take that risk. I'm ready to leap into life. But, you know, it's funny because we were just discussing how the Fool interrelates with the World card. And I feel that it being your general energy key card coming in now or in the future, I feel that there will be things that you will need to be very cautious about for some reason. Because, often when you look at the Fool, if it's in the reverse, it does say that, somebody is too cautious about moving forward. When you get the Fool upright, this person, as I've said, he's fearless. So he moves forward and he doesn't really think about the repercussions of stuff. All he knows is that he wants to go and do something new. He's a young baby, he's a child, and he's not really going to worry too much about any problems that he might encounter, because for him the world is for the taking and the sun has got his back, the sun is shining on him, it's a-okay. I do feel though, for some reason in your personal life, some of you guys are needing to, when I first looked at this spread and I thought, well, we've got the Fool as the general energy showing up, so the key card, now that there might be feeling Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising, or in the future. So why do we have the Seven of Swords showing up around this energy, when the Seven of Swords dictates being cautious and dictates being clever and being quite strategical in how you move forward? I feel that the energy could be here. I'll read it in two ways. That some of you guys might have either done something silly or not looked at the way you were doing something. You've gone, despite maybe somebody telling you not to do something, that could be the dog in the background. You've done something here, or you've entered into something that you shouldn't have done, potentially. Because that Fool can mean that you do something foolish, or you didn't really think about a step that you were taking. Therefore, around this, there may have been some deception. The Seven of Swords. And if this is a past thing, we're seeing deception in the past. And it's around the Fool energy because you weren't looking where you were going. Something may have happened in the past with this Seven of Swords that says you were deceived around something here. So in the present, it could be that for some of you guys in your personal life, you do have your armour up, or you do have your defences up, perhaps because you've been deceived in the past. And that could be because the general energy was with the Fool that you weren't looking where you were going. You really, really weren't. You've done something without listening to advice, and you've just decided to go with it. And in the future, it shows the Devil. Now, the Devil says that I am kept hold of by fear. So I do feel that, and it doesn't sound like a great first area, but, one way to explain this when I'm looking at the cards, I do feel that some of you guys were kind of a little bit devil-may-care, pardon the pun, with that Fool card. You didn't really look where you were going. If this is a past situation that's going on till now, I feel that the Fool is, and it's funny that this isn't in the reverse, but the Fool can be either where you take a leap of faith, or it can be where you're looking to take a leap of faith. But that dog, we can't discard it in the background. It's snapping at the Fool's heel. And we're not exactly seeing the Fool jump off the mountain, are we? So he's still got time to stop. So it could be with the Fool, yes. The general energy or the key card is, the influence is somebody who didn't know what they were getting into. And as a result of that in the past, you may have been deceived with the Seven of Swords. Which means now, in the present, for some of you guys, you might be putting your barriers up with that Two of Swords. Because in the future, the Devil says, you'll be afraid to move out of a comfort zone. Okay? You'll feel a sense of restriction. And this could be literally anything. It really, really could. But your overall outcome is the world, regeneration. There will be a time where you don't feel the need to look back to whatever this situation was for some of you Sagittarians. There will be a time where you don't feel the need to kind of say, I can't move on, or I can't relinquish myself from this difficult pattern of behaviour or this difficult pattern of thinking I've got myself involved in. Because the Devil often can mean that we are a slave to restriction. We're afraid to let go of the chains that tie us. And the Devil can represent anything. It can represent an idea. It can represent fear that holds you back, because the Devil is fear itself. So I do feel some of you guys in your personal life may be feeling held back because of something that you did in the past, or somebody that you didn't look at, or you didn't assess closely enough, and you've possibly let somebody in or let someone take advantage, and therefore you may have your guard up now, and it will continue because you've got the Devil. We don't have the devil in reverse to say that you let go of the bonds. It's still holding quite tightly to you. So it might be something that's very difficult to relinquish. But the brilliant thing is the world is showing the overall outcome. It says there will be a time when you'll be able to completely let go of this situation. The other thing to say is that for some of you guys, it might be that you're looking with the Fool to jump and leap into something quite amazing. And around this, I looked at the message with these cards and I thought to myself, okay, we've got a Fool here. Because at first, before I came out with what I've just said to you there, I kind of put the keywords together. And I feel if this is all future sort of thing, there is certainly something that you're still aware of, which is why I'm saying with the World card, we learn lessons. Okay, and it's the renewal that takes place after we've learned that lesson that makes us a lot of the time do things in a slightly different way, especially if the experience, the prior experience, hasn't been very good. So I feel that the energy will be to try again or to step out again with that Fool card, because we never know whether the Fool is something that you've done once, twice, 100 times, because it keeps going, it's always going round and round and round and round, it's zero. So it never stops, it's a never-ending thing that we're always learning. Okay, so this could be your 4th, 5th, 6th time doing something, but it says you're looking to take a risk on something here, or you're looking to finally just step out there and do your thing. But this time, it says, if I were to look at these as key cards, it could be clever to avoid. So be clever, 7 of Swords, to avoid, 2 of Swords, the Devil. And the Devil can be a restriction. So if you're going to be doing something, if the energy is the Fool and you're looking to step out again or do something or whatever it is, first time, second time, third time, whatever time it is for you, and you're looking to do something new, something that's untried, untested, that you've never tried before, these cards on the bottom I feel could be saying, be clever, 7 of Swords, to avoid. Because when you get the 2 of Swords, it's often where we're avoiding our inner ear, the inner voice of God speaking to us, or our intuition. You can see her eyes are completely masked. She's got the swords crossing her heart, and she's ignoring the intuition, which is the water behind her. All right, so be clever, to avoid the Devil or a restriction, or getting yourself into something that you can't release yourself from in terms of your personal life. So something that you're looking to move into, it's almost like saying, look before you leap, be careful. And the outcome being the World card, in the overall outcome, it says that you will enter into a time of real success here around your personal life, Sagittarius. I feel that if you follow that code or that sentence that I've just given, and also it could apply to the last reading that I've just given too. Let's have a look at your career. We start off with the Queen of Wands, and Sagittarius, that can be you guys because you're fire energy. Queen of Wands would usually be, I know her to be an Aries, other people can class her as being a Leo female, but for the purposes of this reading, she's fire, so Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, so this is you. And when you get a Queen of Wands, especially for career, this is someone who is so motivated and ambitious to achieve. Very, very busy, very, very proactive character, very well liked. She's highly intelligent, highly social. She tends to be loved by many people. She tends to be a real asset to what she is doing. But I feel that this is... the energy with this card, the key card, is that you're looking to step into some real success here, because, and I feel that it might almost be a leadership role for some of you guys, because the Queen of Wands, is classically seen as being a leader. She's someone who is, especially if you associate her with the Leo energy. Leo energies tend to be really out there, and they tend to be really kind of the star, and they tend to stand out quite a bit. So I feel that you're looking to, Sagittarius, really climb the ladder in something in terms of your career. And I feel that possibly in the past with the Hanged Man, there has been an obstacle to this. There's been an obstacle to getting what you want or getting where you want. Because when you get the Hanged Man, and because it comes before this Ace of Cups, and now the Ace of Cups, and this is what I'm reading in the present or the future, the Ace of Cups is usually a fresh start. It's usually a card that denotes an offer that is made to you. All right, so it's an offer of a fresh start or a new beginning. or it's an apology, or it's help, or it's support, or it's something that's offered. But you can see, whenever I see a hand offering a cup or offering whatever, a pentacle, the Ace of Swords doesn't offer, it just holds a sword. So that to me doesn't represent something being offered to you. And the Ace of Wands again doesn't, even though the Ace of Wands can be, no, I never really see the Ace of Wands as an offer card that much. To me, that's more the card that says, I've suddenly had an amazing idea. And the Ace of Swords, again, I've suddenly had this brilliant idea. But the Ace of Cups, to me, is not so much an idea card, but it's more a card where there is the potential for love to open up to you. And it's the same as the page, the Ace of Pentacles. It's where something is offered, money, so you get a gift. So both kind of different sets of aces for me represent kind of different things in a way. They're both potential for new things to open up, or new things are coming to you, or things might come to you out of the blue. But whilst I see Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords more being the bright spark of ideas starting to open up, I don't really see them as things being given. I see them as things coming from within us, or things that we experience externally, but very little do I feel that they're gifts. I feel that the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles are more associated with gifts that are given. So we can see that the Ace of Cups is, it's the opening up, it's the gift that is given that entices you, that says, I'm now offering you this free pass to a new life, to a new adventure, that type of thing. It's difficult really with aces because they're only small seeds. That's the problem with the aces, they're small. So to read them as something that's potentially massive can be difficult. I've seen the Ace of Cups show up many a time for things. You know, you'll get it in a love reading, Ace of Cups. It can mean that somebody's in love, but it can also mean that somebody's just kind of telling someone that they like them, and then it goes no further. They really are quite small, and it's not mature enough for me. So this is something of a potentially a small gateway, I feel, of something opening up to you in the present. But I feel that there has been possibly some hanging around for this with the Hanged Man. Often this card means my hands are tied, because you can see his hands are tied. Or it means an obstacle, there's a massive obstacle in the way. So we can see around this, and the Queen of Wands often shows up in a reading when you've been offered a promotion or a job. You've been offered something new. It's a major, major card for that type of thing. So I feel that the energies coming in around you, or that are around you now, or they're coming in, will be that there's some really good news coming in regarding work, because we've got the Queen of Wands energy. But I feel in the past, you might have been, there might have been a hold up on this coming in for you, because we've got the Hanged Man. However, in the present, it seems that this thing starts to open up now. Right now, the seeds are beginning to open up to you. So there is the potential for this thing to be starting at some point. And because it's the Ace of Cups, often this can represent that this thing opens up within June, July, August time. So we're in the month of August now, so who knows. But the outcome is the Three of Wands, which is wonderful. And the Three of Wands says that you get the return on your investment. Okay, so it can be meaning that you're waiting for your ships to come in, but I feel that this is more the return on investment. When you get a Three of Wands, these two wands are what this guy's invested in. He's worked hard, and now he's waiting to see whether he gets a return on what he's put his efforts into. So I feel that you get a return on your investment. I feel that some of you guys, if you have been waiting for news to come in regarding maybe even a big promotion, or something that's really going to kind of catapult you from where you are now into something else, probably even better money, it will come in terms of your career. And your outcome card overall is the Queen of the Ocean, and that's the Empress within the tarot. And the Empress refers to fertility and growth. So wherever you get this card, it says, and because it's in your career section, what it's saying is that there is a real, the outcome will be that there will be a real period of growth within your career. And you can see how it would tally up with that reading there within your career. There's a real period of growth financially, creatively, emotionally, that you're going to be going through. For some of you guys, it might even be that you're going to be travelling or moving, because that Three of Wands can mean that you're waiting to get on a mode of transportation, and the Ace of Cups can mean that there is a new opening completely different fresh start, so you could be moving anywhere. Usually you get the Ace of Pentacles for a move, but the Ace of Cups can come in for a move as well, funny enough, because the aces represent newness, opening up. So where anything is new, it can represent just moving somewhere else. So for some of you guys, it might be that you're moving, okay? But the Empress really is about all these things that have been worked on, now they're flourishing. It's a time of feeling quite in a state of happiness and contentment and abundance, as the card says. And in terms of your career, it says that, you know, things are going to be quite, you'll be in the flow. You're really going to be in the flow. So if you've experienced stagnation here with the Hanged Man around your career, and the Ace of Cups says things are going to start opening up for you, and the outcome will be you'll get your return on all the efforts and hard work you've put in, then it would, for me, stand to reason to say your overall outcome is that Queen of the Ocean, abundance, which says, yes, you're going through a real time of goodness concerning money. That money will be in abundance. Happiness will be in abundance. You're really going to feel quite good about where you are. Let's have a quick look at your home life. I feel that there's a move happening for some of you guys in terms of your home life, because we've got the World card showing as your key card. And when you get the World card, it means, as I've said, things are now coming to an end of a cycle. So this can often be the card that represents, you know, as I always say, if somebody says to me, am I going to move home? I don't need the Knight of Wands to tell me someone's moving home. I just need cards that show endings and beginnings, new beginnings. And this is one of those cards, the World. There is an ending and a new beginning coming in for you. And I believe for some of you guys that there is a change either of location, or it could be, you know, and because it's the home and family, it will, you know, I have to relate it to the home. So some of you guys, yes, there will be a home move happening here, I feel. I feel that the Moon card is referring to the past. And it's saying that for some of you guys, you might have felt quite anxious around this. All right? Or it might be that you lacked the clarity, or you weren't certain of what was happening. And that might have been heightening your anxiety or trepidation around this situation. But this is in the past, which is great. And it says that you might have gone through a time of feeling even depressed. Maybe some of you guys don't want to move home, or you didn't want to move home. But the Moon is a beautiful card, but it is a card, it can denote feeling rather low about situations. I do feel around this change here with the World card, and for some of you guys it could literally be travelling the world. For some of you guys you might be, these life spreads don't always have to be about you. They can be about people who are around you as well, funnily enough. So, you know, it could either be you or it's a family member, something like that. Somebody might be flying with a nest and you might have been very depressed or very sad about it with the Moon. But in the present, we see a trip is being made. And this is showing forward movement, okay? Whenever you get the Six of Swords, I feel, especially as we've got the World card here as well, it is definitely, I feel, something to do with travel around the home. There has been anxiety. But in the past, but in the present, we see the move taking place because we've got the Six of Swords. And this move will lead on to stability with that Four of Pentacles. So the future, you will have another stable home. Or you're going to be feeling very stable and very secure wherever it is that you move to. And I just get the impression that you're going to be moving up in the world. So maybe to a bigger property. Maybe to a bigger city. Because I'm just looking at the city on the Four of Pentacles. And I can see, even though this person looks larger than the city, there's just lots and lots of buildings here, and it's almost like and for some of you guys with the Moon card in the past, it might not even be that you were depressed about moving. It might be that where you were wasn't very good, because that Moon card can mean I'm in the darkness, or I feel really quite angry or quite upset about where I am in life. So for some of you guys, it could be that you didn't feel very good where you were. All right, but the World card showing up as the card that denotes change, and being the key card, the influence that you're feeling now or that's going to be coming in, it says that it's going to be a 360-degree turn with that World card. Something's definitely coming to an end and you're embarking on. There's real success here in a movement, in an endeavour to move as well with that World card. And I feel in the past it's either that maybe there was some anxiety around moving, or maybe you just weren't happy where you were. But we see you moving here in the present, and in the future you're going to be finding that you're feeling really quite stable and secure where you are. It looks like it might be a larger city as well. And the overall outcome for this is Judgment. Wow, so your overall outcome is it's a completely fresh start. Completely fresh start. When you get the Judgment card, it means to feel reborn, to feel anew. There's definitely rebirth going on here. So it's coming out of a different state and entering into a new one. Hence, when it's time to go, it's time to go. Okay, so I feel that you'll be entering into a time of real renewal, completely fresh start, and almost a second chance for some of you guys to start again. Because I feel if the moon is somewhere that you weren't happy at all, maybe there was a lot of grief, or maybe there was a lot of tension where you lived, because this card can often represent tension, especially amongst females, for example. So if there was a lot of tension amongst where you were, even if you're leaving the family house or you're leaving a relationship that you weren't getting on in, it shows that there was a lot of tension maybe around the home in the past, but you're moving on from it to somewhere that is far more stable for you. And this in itself can explain the Judgment card being the overall outcome. It's the chance to start again for some of you guys. We're going to have a quick look at love. In your love life, it's very weird reading this, but the Page of Wands. So some of you guys, the influence coming in is that you could get some news. Maybe there's news that you've been waiting for to come in. The Page of Wands often denotes news. Doesn't always denote happy news though, okay? That's the fallacy of this card. It just means news as far as I'm concerned. I've seen news coming to people with this card and they've not been happy about the news. You only need to flip over another card to show what the news is or whether they're happy about it or not. But there's some news maybe coming to you guys. The energy is around the news that you receive. Communication, this card is, with the Page of Wands. Around this it seems that you're going to need time to think. So it could be with a lover that you've had some trepidation about. And the Four of Swords is saying around this Page of Wands, this news, you'll need time to think, because the Four of Swords shows up, and the Four of Swords is time to meditate and think about a situation. Perhaps because with the Star card you have reached a point of enlightenment. That with the Five of Pentacles, this relationship lacks any depth. Does that make sense? Because we've got the Five of Pentacles here. When you get the Five of Pentacles, it can mean all sorts of things. This is why the cards are so ambiguous, it's unreal. Five of Pentacles on the one hand can mean that you lack any type of emotional or spiritual depth with another person. It can mean that you're feeling shut out spiritually from that person, which is why these people are walking in snow bare feet and they are outside the warmth of that Five of Pentacles. Okay, so for some of you guys it might be that. For some of you guys it could be the Page of Wands could be a younger person in your life. I don't really like to read pages as love interest, to be honest with you, but sometimes they can show up as that. Pages go up to about the age of 21, I think. So it could be around a younger lover. The Page of Wands can also mean a relationship that you enter into that's filled with lots of excitement, lots of passion, but it's quite immature in what it is. And I feel that if this is an immature relationship that we're looking at, either something that you're experiencing now or will be in the future, Sagittarius, I feel that you'll still need time to think, because there will be enlightenment that perhaps you just don't really suit one another. Okay? For some of you guys, it might be that you're still waiting on news. So the onus for you guys in your love life might be right now that you're waiting for news to come to you. I would have probably expected a Page of Swords to be there, because this can be the card that shows a delay in news coming to you. But it doesn't matter, because this is still news. So the onus in your love life is on news, potentially. And it could be that you have been praying for good news, or praying for something positive to come about. Okay? But in the future, you'll probably still be out in the cold, especially if you haven't heard from someone in a long time. All right? So in the future, it could be, Sagittarius, that you don't hear from this person, potentially. Or you could be praying that your dreams will be manifested. But the Five of Pentacles would say, well, in the future, this will not happen, because you'll still be feeling blocked off from the person that you love, or hoping that that person comes back, and it might be that they don't. Okay? Which can be, because the Five of Pentacles often represents separation and distance between people. This can also be the card that suggests that people are supporting one another and that they might be out in the cold together. They might not be accepted by a family, that type of thing. So it could be that, you know, there's news that comes in, or this could be someone around you potentially. You might be praying that everything turns out well with the Star card. And things might turn out well, but it just means that you go without the support of family and friends, something like that. Okay, but I'm more thinking that it's going to be that there'll be distance for some of you guys within relationships. You might be hoping for a lover to come back, but they might not. The overall outcome, though, is great because it's the Sun. So it says that whatever it is that you're going through is going to get better. Okay, now it might not be with the person that you expect. It might not be with the lover that you expect. But it does say that things will get better. Okay, things won't always feel the same. If you've been feeling low around a relationship, you will be feeling better in due course, which is the wonderful thing about the life spreads, because it doesn't show us a really nasty card here that says things are just going to get worse. So if it's a relationship that you haven't seen someone for a while in terms of love, it just means, you know, don't worry, because things will turn out really happy for you going forward. And finally, we'll just have a quick look at your future card, Sagittarius. And we can see that there's a celebration happening here. And I feel that this might be a very simple thing, really, in a way, because I feel that around this celebration, there is some upset. But we've got such good cards showing here that why are you upset? You seem to be upset around. I feel that there is worry. I feel that there's something that you guys might need to be organising. And you might be worried about it with that Nine of Swords. But you'll be successful with that Four of Wands in organising a family get-together with the Ten of Pentacles. So that's just one scenario I'm thinking of here. Ten of Pentacles can be family get-togethers, coming together, talking together, can be even weddings. So it could be for some of you guys, you might be getting married, okay? Forget the scenario on love. This doesn't apply to everyone. For some of you might be getting married, and they might be worried around the nuptials because you're having to plan it. So you might be worried about planning a wedding, for example. But don't worry, because the Star card says, as your overall outcome, there is hope, and everything will turn out for the best. Just put your faith in yourself and the universe, and you can't go wrong. Okay, we see that this is unfounded worry because everything else turns out really, really well. Really, really well. Okay, for some of you guys, we can see celebration here will be the overall energy that you're going to be feeling in the future. Now, you might be worried around this at first. There might be some worry that you encounter first. Might be over a house move or getting the money together for a house move. But we see that it turns out well because in the outcome we've got luck here. Ten of Pentacles often means family luck, financial luck coming to you. Whatever the case might be with these cards, we see real luck coming to you in the future. And your fears, I feel, here with that Nine of Swords are unfounded. I feel that you're worrying over nothing because it's all turning out very, very well. And we're just going to have a look at your wishes. Your wishes are death, transformation. So I do feel that there is, you are looking for a cleansing of what you've been through. Okay, a cleansing of what has gone before. Okay, I feel that you're needing to shut the door on things that have happened in the past in terms of your family life. I feel that you're looking to internally transform as people, Sagittarius, especially within your personal life. There are things that you might have done that you will not be repeating again, so you'll look at a different way to do that. I feel in your career, you're looking for complete death and transformation. I feel it will take time if any of that love reading resonates with you guys. But if it's a situation that's quite torturous around a loved one, someone that you love, then you will be wishing, I feel, for death in that situation in terms of closing the door on the past and welcoming in a new future. And, you know, in terms of the future card, well, who knows what you'll wish for. But I do see changes happening all over this reading. And death would be apt in terms of your wishes. The ending of a phase, the ending of a cycle. So you can move on to a new one. In your advice section is the Ace of Wands, and it's saying that there is potential for real growth within all areas of your life, Sagittarius. There is potential for real excitement, real wonderment to open up within your life. It's only a potential there, okay? It's the start of something quite amazing happening for you guys. I feel a real time of excitement for Sagittarius. And the outcome, overall outcome, is strength. This is where everything is heading. I feel that everything here just makes you a much stronger person. When you get strength, you have the ability to deal with any difficult situations. And I feel that there are some testing situations showing here, for example, in your personal life. But this will be a testimony to your strength and how you're able to hold everything together, and what you've learned and how you can apply that to new circumstances. Okay. I'm seeing that within your love life, some of you guys may need to build up your resolve, especially if you're waiting for someone to come back to you and they don't. Okay, so strength overall, it will show you and what you're capable of in terms of your inner strength. And your career, the way that you're holding out for something for some of you guys here. Again, the overall outcome is strength and the ability to withstand obstacles and to have strength and faith and patience when working or waiting for something to happen in one's life. Absolutely amazing reading, Sagittarius, for the next 5 months. I would like to say thank you very, very much for using Carol's Universe. I'll see you guys on your September 2016 reading, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.